Picasso, I want to paint this. Like, how do you think I should paint it? And the same question will have a completely different answer. But both of them are professionals. Both of them are experts. Both of them are amazing painters, right? The same happened when we are taking advice of finance expert or whatever fucking guru expert. And that's something very important that we have to understand. You can listen people, but they don't have the right and the correct and 100% answer. So if you want to screenshot this image, because it's very, very important that you remember this topic, because self-knowledge and not, it's not about not trusting, because I would trust both of them, but they have different perception about life. Everyone see the life in different glasses, and that's something very important to consider. Now you can pass the next one. So what I was saying before, it's not the market that makes you lose money, it's your reaction to it. So emotions run faster than logic, and we have to take more knowledge about what we feel. Stop when we are going to make an action of buying or selling and say, what do I feel? I feel FOMO, fear of missing out, right? I feel excitement. I feel urgency. What do I feel? You see, like there's a lot of emotions more than just fear and joy. Like you can also go to Google and see and download, or ChatGPT, whatever you want to use nowadays, and download the circle of emotion. Then you will start seeing that it's like, that's an emotion too. So print this, have it next to your computer, and before you're going to take an action of buying something, check with emotion you're feeling. Because there is no good or bad emotions. All emotions are good. It's like a red light in your car. It's not bad thing that the red light appears in your car, because maybe it's warning you of something. But you have to understand what this light means. You cannot pass it out. The same with emotions. You need to understand what this emotion means and what do you have to do with this emotion. And then after this, your prefrontal cortex will be able to work better. Okay? Next slide, please. So let's talk about the biases. The biases are shortcuts that your brain does to save energy, because your brain just wants to do two things. Just wants to save energy and how do you say that in English? I forgot.
Be right.
And be right. So let's talk about the biases that may trick you. And again, everyone has those biases. You just need to understand that your brain needs those to save energy and to survive and to be right. So don't be hard on you. Like, just understanding them, it's very, very important when you take decisions, because your decisions, remember again the iceberg that I shared, your decisions define your results, but your decisions that are actions, behaviors, are made because we feel in a way, and we feel in a way because we think something. So let's talk about the first one. The first one is the loss aversion. For some reason, losing 100 feels worse than gaining 100 feels good. You have the two options, gaining 100 or losing 100. You prefer not lose 100. So that's something that we need to understand, because the brain wants to protect you. So any risk will by default will tell you to stop. Okay? There's a lot of people entering in the workshop right now. So what happened when you see a stock that you already bought dropping? Your amygdala says, hey, motherfucker, be careful with this, because it's activating the alarm. So this emotion, the amygdala hyperactive, doesn't help your prefrontal cortex to think logically. Okay? So be careful with this. And yeah, investing wisely, yeah, that's a good sentence actually I put. Investing wisely is not about luck. It's about having your prefrontal cortex in charge and not your amygdala. And that's why most of people lose money, because they panic. They panic and they forgot about what is their goal long term. If you know what is your goal long term, it's easier to calm the amygdala. Then we have the herd effect, las ovejitas. Like, I don't know, like if you heard this before, like everyone has to follow the ships. So the human brain evolved in groups. Why? Because in this way we survive better. So that's why we have this how do you say that? Mm, predisposición, ¿cómo se dice esto?
Predisposition.
Pues eso, the same. Predisposition, exactly, yeah, true. Just to follow crowds because the brain thinks that will be safe. So if everyone is buying Nvidia, what should I do? Like, I'm stupid if I'm not buying Nvidia, right? If everyone is buying Bitcoin, what am I doing that I'm not doing this? So be careful, because that's the brain tricking you, because for thousands of years, the brain needed to be in a group to survive. And that makes sense, because in the middle of the savannah or in the jungle, you're alone, you die. If you're in a group, you can defend yourself better, you can collect food, you can be warmer. Like, so it comes from the reptilian brain, the most primitive part of the brain. So just consider this, that when you are acting as yourself, am I doing this because it's in my strategy, or am I doing this because everyone is doing it? Next. The confirmation bias, and that's related to the ego as well. You are there at night checking your graphs, your interactive brokers account, or whatever you're using. And what happened, that there is something in the brain that it's called reticular. I would say it in Spanish because it's already like a difficult word, but it's sistema reticular activador ascendente, reticular activation system, I think it's called in English. And that's a part of the brain that actually it's located here behind. And this part of the brain, it's helping you to confirm everything that you already learned or know. That doesn't mean that it's helping you to confirm what is true. It's to reinforce what you already learned. So, for example, this works, for example, when you want to, for somehow you want to pay attention to something. I don't know if it happens to you that maybe you want to have a baby and then suddenly you just see babies in the street. Or you want to buy an Audi red and you just see Audis reds. Or you just want to, you know what I mean? You want to, or you want to have a caniche and then you just see caniche in the street, right? Or galgos or whatever. So that's what the brain does. It helps you to put focus on something that you already want. So what happened? Imagine that you invest in Tesla. Let's talk about one company that have